left out the best part.
Which part? There's a lot of good parts.
The guy didn't speak a lick of English.
Well, because like the dude's wife came.
Yeah.
And I think she started talking to the cop.
She was the translator. So.
I could think of a couple of things that Tony's dad had to say during that.
The insurance paid for all of it, and at least as far as I know he's glad to be out of a Dodge. I know that, or
wow.
Ram, whatever you want to call it.
What's wrong with a Ram?
He's just not a fan.
He can't dodge anything.
He's just used to this for it. I know.
The one Sunday he went to start the truck and it got nothing, so he had to get
It's not because it's a Ram.
No, but I just think that just added fuel to the fire.
Well, of course, yeah. I got you, Matt. Okay, so don't back him up. Got it.
So, but yeah, Thursday he finally got her.
Finally, huh?
And then I drove it to work today.
But Eddie's still broken, right?
Yeah.
Dad and I were out the other day and we passed where Eddie's at. And
you should have stopped it.
Dad goes, we gotta stop and say hi to Eddie. Eddie is Zach's Ford Explorer that's broken. So, yeah.
Gotta just stop in with a flap and take it to the scrapyard.
You sign the title over to me, I'll make it happen, brother. I'll get rid of it.
My dad got the surgery on his leg done the Monday after Father's Day, I think. So like middle of June.
Yeah.
I started driving his truck like when he had his surgery done.
Yeah.
That's how long I've been driving his truck.
Yeah. Currently there's 4 of us in the server. Yeah. That's fun. All right. Are you you got that corn loaded up?
I just sold it.
Oh, you sold it. We got, how much did we get? I wasn't paying attention clearly. We only got, no, that's not right. Shouldn't it be harvest income?
Since the dry corn.
Oh, it's not. It's not a harvest. So we got $93,000 for that. Man, hard economic difficulty, huh?
Yep.
Oh boy. Can we turn that down now? Man. So we had almost 100,000 liters of corn.
We had 93,000 liters of corn. We made $93,000.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it is.
It's like a 1-to-1.
It's like the math is mathing because we got almost yeah, look at that, would you? Well, almost $1,000. That's the math. Because it's still weird that you measure stuff by the liter and then you sell it by the 1,000 liters. It's kind of weird, but anyway.
Are you getting ready to fast time?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the propane wagon can stay up there. We don't need it at Homestead. We are getting ready to fast time. Why?
I was gonna wait till you fast time. I'm gonna step away for just a second.
I'm running to the house. Hang on. Help is on the way. At least the house isn't that, baby, green,
A nice looking house.
Yeah, it is. It is a nice looking house. Them clouds are moving fast. We need to fast time till like April though. So stand by one. We're going to check the sale barn every day just in case.
We didn't buy that tractor either.
We don't really need 2 big tractors right now. I mean, it is still on sale. Wait, that's our one. We can buy it. It's only 14,700. Yeah, dog. That's a deal, right? The house would look better in lime green. I agree. Well, reflect it. No, not for $500. You can change there's so many options, and I don't want to change any of them. I just want the spout on the back. $14,000. Yes. Tony, did you see what combine we have?
I did.
Oh, that's right. You were here earlier. Never mind. The old silver cedar, baby. It's a nice combine. The house looks like they had a bunch of leftover barn paint. I mean, yeah. Summers, what's up, man? How you doing? How you been? We don't need anything there. One more. One more. You know, there's these guys that come around and paint your farm. And primarily they paint one color. Silver. Occasionally, if you pay them enough money, they'll paint red. But that's it. So... What?
Alright, BRB.
Hey, we need to move some wool pallets.
I didn't know we were going to have wool pallets to move.
I didn't either.
They have meadow.
I didn't know we had sheep.
We also have goats.
Awkward. Awkward. Yeah, we do. We have a few goats, and yeah, I guess they're eating on the meadow. Okay, so
They're definitely going to be dehydrated because we have not given them any water.
yeah, there's no water. You're fine. You're fine. It'll go. Awkward. Okay, so well, not this tractor. One of our tractors has the front loader arms, I guess. We can... Actually, I have the perfect thing for this, Hunter.
I'm disappointed in you right now.
What did I do?
I just put all that equipment away. You just left that wagon sit right there.
I did. I sure did. I have a mod for this, maybe. I have a little $1,500 lizard trailer, baby. With a spare tire for $300. No, we don't need that. Check this bad boy out, you know? Pretty sick, right? No, maybe.
I haven't seen it yet. Stream's delayed. Whoa, so cool, man. What's that for? Oh, to load the pallets onto?
We can put the pallets on there.
Second Steiger.
You're more than welcome to take slime, Bully Bear, yeah. More than welcome. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dog. For $1,500, that'll pay for itself. We could actually haul seed pallets or fertilizer. See. It also doesn't help. It gives you the smallest spawning point. It only holds 4 pallets, by the way. That's unfortunate. That's okay.
And then whenever you pass them, there's going to be like 3 pallets there because of the backlog.
All right, so Hunter, we need. Do we want to concentrate on seed right now and run our seeders empty, no fertilizer, or we want to try to get both here?
I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
So, do we think we're going to use more seed or fertilizer?
Fertilizer, for sure.
Okay, so then what if we buy some? Because we just bought that trailer. Keep that trailer at the shop for right now. We buy some seed bags. Like, I gotta scroll up to see some pallets. We buy, oh my gosh. Sure, we'll buy that. $10,000 in seed later. And then we'll put fertilizer in the wagon. Right? That's what we'll do. Wow, guys. Wow.
Oh, he said, tell me what to do.
Guys, everybody's checking their follows. All right. So yeah, we'll haul. This will actually work out for now. Yeah.
So do I need to bring a tractor to the shop at the moment, or what do you think?
No, so we've got... We'll be heading back to the homestead with both things.
All right. So just sit here and look like I know what I'm talking about.
We have our hail damage turned on, huh? There's hail damage in these fields. 28 got hit.
We just
39.
plowed, so I guess you could turn it off and it won't affect anything.
Yeah, I thought I already had it turned off, though. That's the thing. What's that setting actually called?
Yes.
I don't know. Visual only. There we go. That's what we want. I don't want the damage from the naders and stuff. I'm not interested in that part.
I have a legitimate question for you.
Legitimate answer.
There's a tillage tool for sale in the shop, and we have a big tractor, but we have nothing besides a plow to run in front of our planters. Do you think we should get that since we have a big tractor? Since it's on sale?
But if we plant corn.
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna have to plow every time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
I've returned.
Welcome back.
Yeah, John just shooting down my ideas over here. Don't worry.
No, fill the flatbed with the pallets. Give me the. I'll take the root off. You can have the flatbed. We're gonna do two separate things here. I do like that rig altogether, though. I didn't realize that would work.
Oh, Zach.
Or you can take that one. That's fine. I'll take this one. That'll actually work because this will go. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna stay here with that. We need to put fertilizer in that. Hit this. No, wait. I learned this the other day. Got to do that. There we go. Actually, I could haul more, couldn't I? Do we spend another 10,000 on seed right now? Probably, right? Why not? It's only money. Practically grows on trees. Okay. Then we're going to grab a bunch of fertilizer. Fertilizer. We're going to grab the bigs. And we'll put those in that trailer. So those are what? 8,000 for 8. Okay, we'll do 2 of those. Sure. 30 grand in fertilizer. Put that in the trailer for now, and then we'll be good. Maybe.
Say we have enough seed. Holy cow.
We're planting a population like we're planting beans, you see.
Evidently.
Yeah.
And to put that in comparison, one of those skids will go like 150 acres. In real life, I guess.
Yeah, it's okay.
You know.
It's also very expensive.
Yeah.
Compared to like beans are way cheaper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we'll put one planter on the big tractor. We'll put one planter on this tractor. And then rotary hoe on another tractor, right? Welcome in, what's popping? And then if somebody else needs a job, we can take a contract. How about that? Like a rotary hoeing contract on 7 or something. I don't care. Spraying contract. Weeding contract on. You just took that weeding contract, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
$1,000 weeding contract. Good Lord. See, that just pays for all the seed and fertilizer I just bought.
Did he take it, the one that they give you, or are you using ours?
I assume you leased one, right?
Yeah, I took one.
All right.
All right. And then we can use my $1,500 trailer to haul the wool and the goat milk. And $1,500 trailer will pay for itself. Yeah, dog.
Maybe.
Oh, it will eventually.
Yeah.
Nothing else. I mean, I'm hauling seed back, right? You what, Tony?
I said, yeah, dog.
We got flow. Oh, man. All right. So Tony, you're taking off in 2 Saturdays, right? For that party? Or the event?
I haven't talked to my boss about it. I want to, but...
It's an event. We're calling it an event. There
I
is
hope I
something
can
else
go.
that I have coming up that might actually end up being that same day, and if so, then I would not be able to go to the event.
What the heck?
Yeah. Something happened that you don't know about. So.
Oh.
Yeah, not a good thing.
I have some news about this planter, John.
What?
I have a feeling it's probably not going to work on
junk?
this tractor.
You don't think it's going to work on that tractor?
No.
Why?
Hold on, just sit there for a second if you see anything out of the ordinary.
It's a little awkward looking. I mean, so you're gonna air seed. That's fine. Like,
yeah. More of a broadcast than a
yeah,
planter.
you're gonna top dress the seed. It's fine. Above. I do like the sideways straps and then the front to back straps on this trailer. It's got, oh, that's awkward.
No, you got it.
I don't think I do. Wait, hang on. If I could just keep backing up. Hang on. Climb the pallets. Come on. Come on, you're a John Deere. You can do anything. Apparently not. We might have to. He's trying to use your row marker. Where's the other planter at?
In the barn.
Oh, it got put away. Okay. Is it in the shop or in the cold storage?
In the building, not the
Cold
shop.
storage. Cold storage.
Oh, this is going to take forever.
What's that?
This thing only goes 7 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Tony,
got
it's early days, bro. Wait till you see what we're about to have to do with these players. Oh man. We're using two of like pretty much not quite the smallest, but pretty close to the smallest planters to go plant 2 giant fields of corn. So, you know, nothing to see here. It'll be okay. Oh, hey, the fertilizer's back, Hunter. But Tony, look at that. You're already 1% done. 2% done.
Just getting after it.
330 liters of seed. Look out, y'all. I need fertilizer. You gotta hit O, I think. Tip it up. How do I open this? I hit N, it's not working. Don't tell me that doesn't work. Does N not work? Hunter, you couldn't get it open earlier either, could you?
No, but I got it eventually.
Well, it's because you drove up to it and it just opened.
I can see if it'll open for me for some reason, I guess.
Your magic? Is it doing the thing where covers don't open anymore? I can get that cover to open on this one for the seed, but not for the fertilizer. Or no, that is the fertilizer hopper. Look out. I got it.
That one? I already had that one open.
I know. Why won't that one open? Get out of my way.
I can't. You're right in the way.
Pivot. Pivot. Oh, man. Here we go. Come on. Hold on. We got flow. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work on this tractor. A little awkward. Little awkward looking. Did you just leave with it?
was trying to trick it to open.
It's a lime tender. Or lime?
No, but that's what worked for me earlier.
Oh, here. Swap me.
Beep, beep, dude. Oh my god. This is why there's collisions.
There we go. I got it.
Okay, well now of course it works.
Apparently it doesn't open on that tractor. Oh. I was looking at my keyboard. Distracted driving. It's a thing. Oh, man. Come on. Fill me up. Let's go. We got corn to plant. We're burning daylight.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to run away without you.
I hope not. Yo, this tractor is kind of nice, isn't it? It's like way big for everything that we have right now. Oh, except for the lime spreader. All right, we're going to be out here for the next 14 hours of our lives. So, are you on GPS?
Yep.
Right. I
really just went with whatever it usually starts with.
That's fine. Is this actually? Oh, it's gonna work. It looks ridiculous.
Right. Hey, don't worry about how it looks. Just send her.
Doesn't like this. Oh god. You might have to do the outsides. I'll start working on the inside.
All right.
It does not like the curves. That's one thing with the articulated stuff in this game. It does not like it. But how fast are you going?
10.
Dang, I didn't realize this thing's for high speed. Kind of flying.
Any planter's a high-speed planter if you just, bump up a few gears.
True.
I made our planter last year a high-speed planter once. Planted at 8 miles an hour.
Oh, how'd that work out?
Not a high-speed planter. Well, it worked out great because I didn't get rained on before I got done.
Yeah, right before the rain, wasn't it?
Yep. Sometimes they just magically turn into high-speed planers when rain's coming.
Yeah, that's the only time they get turned into high speed.
Guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Turn that down. Alright. We are on Alma. What's poppin'? Yeah, I gotta use driving this thing. Just saying. Kind of a big tractor for this, but at least we're kind of on row spacing on our goals, you know?
Yeah, that's the good thing to look at about this.
Makes it look better. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Need to figure the articulated tractors would take the turns better. Yeah. They're okay with bigger implements, but with this, it's just not gonna be.
They're just a little slow.
They're slow at getting back on that line, yeah. But again, if you have bigger implements, it's not bad. But for this, nah, I'm just gonna do the back and forths.
Wiggly it is.
Do what?
The smaller it is, the more wiggle it's gonna do.
Yeah. So that's all. But yeah, we'll just work on the straight passes, and Hunter can go around the field with that tractor. So we'll be fine. Not a big. Oh, you got the row marker down and everything, don't you?
I thought you were following me, but now I'm dedicated.
But now you're cultivating. One pass. Alright. Problem is, I don't know where. Can you do the inside pass when you come around?
That's what I was going to do, yeah.
That would be lovely.
That was my plan.
Sounds like a plan. I'm kind of going off roughly where it's plowed, like the outside passes, you know?
Yeah, it might not be helpful at all because I don't think I did a plow end on the end you're on right now, but hey, we'll figure it out.
Well, on the north part there, yeah. We're fine. It's good.
Well, it'll be good. I'll just do another in row. Be fine.
Get a buff.
Yep.
We'll get it done eventually. Now, you plowed down here.
I don't think I did 2 or 3 in rows. I think I just did 2.
There might be a little overlap on my end.
I got bored with doing in rows, so I just started going a little farther in the field.
I got you.
Plowed for like 3 hours, so if that tells you anything.
Yeah, Tony, you missed some thrilling plowing action.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
It's like 3 hours. 3 hours, 100 plowing back and forth, you know?
A lot of plowing.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what could I say? I'm an expert in that kind of field.
I gotta go.
So we're talking like 1 bottom plow, 5 bottom plow, 3 bottom plow?
Whatever you envision there.
No. Tony's run Al's plow that we have.
I have.
More than I have. Actually. I've only used a little bit. Tony's used a bunch. Hopefully this summer we'll get to break it out, Tony, and use it.
That'd be fun.
It's the goal. Actually, Dad asked me, he's like, does Tony want to come to the farm on Sunday and play Shed Shuffle again?
Sure.
I was like, I don't know. I'll have to ask.
Gotta mow my grass tomorrow, but sure.
I didn't know if you were working.
No.
That's good.
Yeah, I'd love to come to the farm. I just gotta cut my grass though. Have to. My backyard has not been cut yet. This
Oh
season.
my God.
I mean, it looks bad. Like, I don't think we're quite like getting a letter from the city yet, but like, we're probably not far off.
So I guess your dad doesn't mow your grass at the house anymore, huh?
I think he's just kind of been waiting on me to do it.
That's your responsibility these days, huh?
Well, I don't pay rent, so I really can't complain about just cutting the grass.
So yes, it is your responsibility.
All right, Tony. We'll roll. Well, we just cut in town the other day. It'll be a little while before we mow in town again. But we'll roll up, you know.
You
Worth
know,
it
like
to spray 9
5
for
minutes.
23K? Sure. Yeah, you can do that. CBM, I don't know if I can roll up to your yard. You're kind of far away. Pops, we got to take a road trip. Going to Oklahoma. Tony's yard could, like, kind of be on the way home from the farm if we go, like, the wrong way home from the farm.
The super long way.
Yeah, it could kind of be on the way, though. I mean, in fairness, we pass your house, like, all the time. So, yeah.
It's not weird.
Whatever, dude. You drive past my house and then send me Snapchat videos of my house. I don't even want to hear it, dog.
Allegedly.
I would do the same thing, to be fair.
I don't have proof, but it has happened.
Pull the tape. Hello?
Actually, I could probably find it on my security camera. I probably could. You're right. That's true. I didn't think about that. Pull the tape. Let's go. Yeah, James, come. He can cut your grass. He cuts grass, Tony. That would be kind of funny. Your dad cuts grass. You're too lazy to cut grass, and then you hire somebody else.
No, not lazy. Well, lazy might be one word to describe it. I told Mom the other.
What?
I told Mom the other day. So, the house, like with the long driveway behind me,
Yeah.
they have like rain. They're there, like they have a company come and cut it every Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And I told Mom, I was like, we don't have a fence. Just you can be in and out, you know.
Start with 3 Obo, so we'll see if that does it for you. I don't know. Special Pat, I am very excited for Precision. I just hope they don't ruin it, you know? But I'm excited for it, yeah.
Well, I would say it did a nice upgrade to the sprayers.
Charlie. Looking at the right map. Okay. True.
So Mom and I were standing out. It was Wednesday, I think. I got home
Yeah.
from work and I took a shower. And Dad called Mom, I guess when I was in the shower. He needed more trash cans. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I got and I threw the trash cans in Dad's truck, and Mom and I were standing like at the tailgate, and our neighbor we have new neighbors on the one side.
Yeah.
The one was out mowing the grass. He was in the backyard, and we share a chain link fence at the property line.
Yeah.
The lady before she passed, she had the tree in the backyard cut down.
Yeah.
So they don't have any trees in their backyard.
Yep.
So I guess they got some sticks from our backyard. The guy stopped, picked up the sticks, threw them in our yard, and then just kept mowing.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, I get it, they're not your sticks, but I mean, come on, buddy.
Yeah. That's something neighbor guy would do. He doesn't have any trees in his yard, so if he has leaves, he'll just blow them out in the street. They're not his.
If they just end up back in his yard.
Pretty much, yeah. Or he blows them under the fence into my yard. And I don't have any tree. Well, I have one tree in my backyard. On the other end, that's like, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, like, I watched him, like, pick one. I was like,
yeah.
Huh. I was like, I can't be mad because, like, you don't have any trees, but.
Nah, people are wild like it.
And, like, I've never spoke to these neighbors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't take, like, a hot plate of cookies over there and be like, welcome to the neighborhood?
No.
I've never done that either.
You try to get next to you.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Cookies?
Nah. No, I've never. There's people on my street that have lived here for 15 years and I've never talked to.
What kind of cookies? No, I want cookies.
There are no. I'm sorry. So this thing likes to leave skippers once in a while because it's really awkward. I think I need to let out on my top link and raise my 3-point like a lot.
Adjusting down a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Or that or my top link is just gone.
Non-existent.
It's just not there. I'm
We've
sorry,
got the
Matt.
top link on our Challenger.
Was it broken?
The little handle, yeah.
I got you.
But
You got
it's
one
like,
of them hydraulic
it's
ones
frozen.
on there. 995? I like it.
I want one of those for our PTO ditcher.
That would be nice, yeah.
I'm hoping we get a hydraulic 3-point. Or top
Tractor
link.
supply or something. They got them. Go get one.
So what do you got to play Shed Tetris for to get out tomorrow?
Put everything back in the jud.
Oh.
I guess the lane's good enough. I graded it the other day, and I'm not super thrilled with it. But Dad said it was great yesterday when he went down there. So I don't know. Wasn't super sold on it. There's still a lot of root wads from like grass and stuff. And I did harrow it a couple times. Wednesday was super busy, Zach.
Oh, yeah? Wait, Wednesday was
Yeah,
that?
Wednesday.
The day before after Tuesday, the day before Thursday.
Hold on, what? Friday I did that. What did I do Thursday? I was down there spreading one day. I think it was Wednesday.
Oh, you were down by the farm?
Yeah, I was.
Nice.
You can, like, if you go.
Yep. We'll talk about it tomorrow, apparently.
But,
Redacted.
I was driving down one of the roads.
A road?
And there was a pickup coming. It turns out it was the farmer I worked for last fall. So we both waved at each other. We kind of, both got over. And after he passed, I texted him. I said, "Thanks for waving." He goes, "I had to do a double take. I had to make sure it was you."
Oh, was he in a tractor too?
No, he was in his pickup, but like
okay.
he waved and I waved back, and I just texted him. I was like, "Thanks for waving." Just being funny.
Yeah. So Dad brought the lawnmower home Tuesday. So the lawnmower was here for Wednesday morning, right?
Okay, so you just got at it bright and early.
So I just walked out, started mowing here at the house, right?
Probably more realistic at like 12:30, but
I don't
1:30.
So we don't need to talk about times.
The grass got mowed.
Well, the grass had to dry. Like, actually, the grass was really wet. Casey's backyard was terrible. Boy, mowed here, mowed over at Casey's. We went to, Pops and I went and got some lunch, you know. Then we went to sister's house. We mowed over there, and her yard is an absolute nightmare these days.
Oh, yeah?
Well, they had some landscaping added last year, and it just made it so much worse. A lot more trimming and just terrible, right? But my brother-in-law actually came out and he kind of helped a little bit using a like 21-inch lawnmower in some of the really bad spots, and yeah, so that was good. And so then we go to the farm, and I mowed the whole farm. Once, I think it was once. I don't know. I mowed the whole farm, and then I literally parked next to the shed right by the door where I park, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I left the lawnmower dirty even. I was like, Dad, I told Dad, I was like, Pops, you can blow off the lawnmower. Like, I jumped right onto the tractor. I got a lemonade out of the fridge, jumped on the tractor like that fast. Just like park, fridge, onto the tractor. Then went and graded the lane.
Wow.
And like, let's see, I did one round with the blade, and then I think 3 rounds with the harrow or something like that.
That's a lot.
And it was a lot. And with those new tires, that tractor is very bouncy and you feel every tread, and I'm not used to that. Kimmy, I can't help you in Minecraft unless you log out and just stay there until after stream, but I can't help you right now.
Kimmy, I have a weird question for you. Sorry, just squirrel moment here.
Random.
Did you send me a friend request on Monopoly Go by chance?
On Monopoly Go?
Yeah.
You a big Monopoly Go guy?
Sometimes it helps to pass the time. Yeah, sometimes
Apparently.
it's kind of addicting.
Apparently it's not Kimmy.
Oh. Okay.
Somebody named Kimmy sent you a friend request?
Someone named Kimberly sent me a friend request.
Hey, yo, Zach.
No.
Hey, imagine meeting a girl through Monopoly Go.
It could be, bro. Some dude named John called me earlier from Publishers Clearinghouse, too, so.
And he's actually going to call him back and get a loan.
I have his number. A real... Are you talking about the Lush Cave? Yeah. Did you fall in the Lush Cave and now you're trapped?
Just dig up.
I can't do anything about it. I'm not switching to Minecraft right now, so I can't help.
Like what he told me and Harry that one time. Give me a tough it up.
Sorry. I mean, if you log out and wait for me to come like after stream, I can log in and help you, but I can't switch right now. So yeah. But yeah, it was a busy day, and I'm not sold on new tires on that tractor. They're too too bouncy, you know?
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It drives like a whole different tractor. And I finally got Pops to agree with me. And you probably don't know this because you don't just drive that tractor. Like, you drive it around the yard, it's different. But, like, go on the lane. The lane is straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the time you drive our lane, it's a mile of gravel. You have to rotate the steering wheel about 4 times to the left. Like, a whole circle 4 times to the left. Okay? We just replaced over the winter our hydraulic steering control valve. So that's not it. So it's got to be our cylinder is having some issues. So I think that's going to be next once we're kind of done using the tractor for a little bit. Rip that sucker off and get that thing rebuilt. We had it rebuilt once, but it was by Dad's old boss, and he's not a hydraulic repair technician. Or a hydraulic cylinder technician, so
There is tomorrow I can give you the name of a guy.
okay.
we go to. He's just a hydraulic guy.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
I was kind of. Yeah, usually a guy like that's pretty good. Otherwise, we're going to take it to the place where we bought the control valve thing from.
I feel like those specialty guys, like, you know, if you're in hydraulics, like, you're not just like, you know, kind of know what you're doing. You like, you know what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're a hydraulic guy for a reason.
Yep. Yeah, there's a place we took the old steering valve to, and they like tested it out, and of course it was magically junk, and you know, a new one's like $900. So. Whoops.
Was that thing sitting on the table last time I was down there?
Yeah. You will wither and wait for me to rescue. If you log out, you're not going to wither. I don't know if anybody else is in the server. You could join TeamSpeak and ask the guys. There's a bunch of people. I would assume a couple of them are in there. They could probably help you out. But it's not me. So. Not me. Tomcat was there. Tomcat leave you? Did he leave you for dead? In a video game? Wow. But yeah. So yeah, I think we need to get that cylinder rebuilt, because it is very annoying when you're trying to grade the lane and you're constantly having to turn to the left.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Hey, hey, Hunter. All right, good talk.
Well, it's just like talking to you earlier, Tony.
Oh boy, and we don't have a hydraulic leak. That's not happening. So it's leaking internally.
Good old leaky cylinder inside.
Polar Bear, how do you die going to the slime farm? How do you do that?
Go inside where the kill chamber is and just stay on the magma box.
Flying mishap. Just walk down the stairs. just walk down the stairs. You don't even need to fly. You can walk there. Okay. Interesting.
And
oh yeah, don't go down through the farm. You go down the mine stairs, hang a right.
I can tell Kimmy didn't press the life alert button.
The life alert button. Wow.
Well, that's what she said. She helped when I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh goodness. Yeah, go down the stairs in the hobbit hole, take a right. You can't miss all the chests on the wall. There's quite a bit of slime there, so. And if you died and any of your stuff's down in the farm, it'll be in those chests too. So yeah. Man. All right. I can't wait. We got a whole nother field to do, Chad. This should be a fair bit of corn though. This should be like 100. Well, actually, this will be a lot because we've plowed the ground, we've limed, we're going to fertilize it fully. So this should be a lot of corn. So this will be good for the corn dryer. Heck yeah. And then we might do some soybean spam after, you know, we got to make our, well, we basically made our first 100,000 back off the corn dryer. Well, we made 50,000 technically. Because we sold about $100,000 in corn, but the price doubles, so we made about 50 grand because of the dryer. So not bad. So if we can pay off the dryer, then we can switch to corn, or switch to beans for a while. Although we have all the equipment for corn, it just takes a minute. That is all. Hunter, you feeling? Oh, Hunter's muted or gone or something. I bet he's eating cookies, actually. He's filling in my skippers over there now. So that's good.
Oh, I'm on the train tracks and heading into the root bar.
Tony. At least you don't have our tractor. You wanna do like we did last time or the last time? You want us like pick you up, or you wanna like just meet us at the farm? What do you wanna do?
I don't know yet.
I mean, you know about what time it'll be. Hopefully it won't be as late this time, because it got late that Sunday you were down. Just saying.
Let's see. Then you're gonna want to have anything to do Sunday, do you, Tony? Like last time.
You can cut asparagus tomorrow for your mom too.
Do I have anything to do tomorrow, Trent?
No, last time you had to clean the garage out because the garage door spring or whatever. Remember?
Oh.
And I felt really bad because
you a little bit later.
I didn't know about it until like way later in the day. I would have like made sure you were home earlier.
I don't think I ended up cleaning the garage out that night anyway.
Really?
No.
Did you get the spring fixed?
Yeah, he came the next day.
Oh, okay.
It was actually a gal I went to school with. It was her brother.
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah. We go to church with him.
All right. Small town, you know. Small town
we
vibes
live-
sometimes.
We live in such a small town.
I mean,
But I understand your point.
we don't live in St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, we're still breathing. Yeah, we don't live in St. Louis.
True. Very, very true.
You know what I learned to do this week?
I have no idea.
Share memes.
No, I guess it was towards the end of last week. My boss goes, "Hey, I think it was raining," and my boss goes, "Hey, why don't you?" I think I told you about this, but he goes, "Why don't you and another guy like learn, like change tires, like take tire off the rim, take tube, put all that fun stuff,
Oh, okay.
like on the tire machine."
Tire machine. Yeah, gotta love the old tire machine, huh?
And I'm like, "Hey, you know how to do this?" He's like, "No." He's like, "Do you?" I was like, "Well, no." But I've watched enough people, like I kind of like muzzled my way through it a little bit, but then like this week, like I kind of mounted some like on my own mostly, but with little help, so I can mount tires now, I guess.
For like semi tires, or you talking like
Like
implement?
anhydrous wagon tires.
Okay. Yeah. I
See,
got
so
it.
now you just made yourself a little bit more valuable.
If it's a semi tire, it's gonna go to the tire shop.
Fair play.
But it's we put tubes in all ours, and
Which is fun because tubes are annoying.
yeah, you gotta air it up a little bit, and then you
You
gotta
get 'em.
hold the tire just right, and you gotta stuff it in there.
Yep, and you don't pinch them. That's the problem. You bet.
Yeah,
Guy
I'm-
watched on YouTube. Actually, it was One Lonely Farmer put a tube in like his big windrower.
Mhm.
He needs tires for that thing, but he doesn't have the money to put new tires on it. So he was putting tube in the one tire to like get through a job he had to do. And he put some like baby powder in there to help kind of make things, work better.
Like inside the
like-
where the tube is.
Yeah.
Huh.
Little baby powder on the tube, and I was like, that's not a bad idea. I kind of like that because it's not gonna like hurt anything. So I was like, that's not a bad. Yeah, might have to. I don't mess with tires very often. I try not to anyway.
I mean, we always, not always, but we got like the squirt bottle with like soapy water.
Yeah.
try to-
So you don't want to put a bunch of that in like your tube, or like on the out. Yeah, that's for like around the bead. So I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Yeah, good old tubes. And actually, the guy, we got obviously those tires on the NF5.
Mhm.
The guy that he put the first one on there, and Dad goes, "I think that tire looks a little big," and he goes, "Well, I got 50 pounds in it." They're supposed to have 12.
That's all them tires got are 12 pounds pressure.
Yeah.
No kid.
If you're doing road travel, I think you're supposed to bump it up just a hair to like 15, according to the book. And then if you're doing like field stuff, you're supposed to bump it down to like 12.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if they were like 8. It would soften them up a little bit. Because like I said, you can, when you're driving down the lane anyway, because you're not sinking in, you feel every tread. So it was a very different experience for me. Let's put it that way. Not a huge fan of it. So,
Like Tony, we barely run any pressure in the Challenger.
no.
Those suckers squat though.
Yep.
What were you doing the other day, Trent?
Thursday?
Polar bear saved Kimmy. Hooray!
Sure, I guess that's what day it was.
Diskin.
The day you posted that picture in Discord.
This can cover crop, right?
Yeah. Terminating Samurai.
So do you just work it in and plant into that, or you spray it, or what?
We're organic. We don't believe in spraying.
Their spray is called diesel fuel.
Organic tillage?
Yeah.
Does that seem to work though? I mean, does
I mean, you
the
gotta
rye
till
not?
it twice, but
Hello?
So they're not letting the rye mature, kind of like how at the farm, Tony. Like, you know, we don't let our rye mature, because otherwise you would have volunteer rye like crazy, which we've done before. Not a good thing. So you got to terminate it. And actually, our rye at the farm was heading out Wednesday, I think Tuesday actually already. So it's
that's a little far.
yeah. What do you mean a little far?
What's up, Hunter?
Don't you want to terminate it before?
So for us, because we want the straw basically. So we have to terminate it at a certain point. It'll be fully headed out. Everything will be headed out, but you want to terminate right before it like pollinates. Basically, if you start seeing pollen flying in your rye field, that's when we need to terminate for what we're doing. Because remember, we want basically straw. We grow it for straw.
And then like Tony, like we're complete opposite. We try to terminate that stuff. If we see one head, that means we gotta start disking.
Yeah, but you don't want straw all summer, right?
No.
Yeah, so when you disc
we're
it in,
raising
it'll
it for
rot.
like nutrients.
So basically,
Yeah.
like you sow your rye in the fall, right?
Yep.
Do you drill it or broadcast it? Work it.
We used to broadcast, now we drill.
Okay, so you drill it, you disc it in, you plant into that, and then you just cultivate it until you can't anymore?
Well, after planting, we come in with the rotary hoe at least two times.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw a wrench in both of your guys' ideas here in a second. So we plant it in the fall, broadcast it most of the time, fertilize it in the spring with nitrogen, and then we bale it, like round bale it for cattle feed.
Yeah, everybody, it's all different applications, right?
You have cattle.
So you're making like you're cutting it. Are you cutting it wet and wrapping it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And then like you'll no-till beans in that.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, everybody's doing the different applications. Some are saying they plowed it in.
Seen like yield bonuses in the process of that, though. Like that's why we continue to do it.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's like a double crop, get paid twice because we sell the bales off at the end of the year.
I could see that. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
So Trent, what do you do with the rotary hoe? Because now maybe I've
Drive
never
it?
been around. I've never been around them because when I was around the farm, they've been out of style for like the past 60 years. So what do you? I thought it was just like break the crust when you got a heavy rain before the corn was like up. So what do you do with the rotary hoe?
Come right behind the planter and you keep disturbing the soil so the weeds don't start growing.
So you do that until the crop comes up and then you cultivate it?
Even after it,
Yes.
once you row it, we usually rotary hoe it at least one or two more times.
So
But
Tony,
the rotary hoe doesn't affect the crop?
Must be going really light. light.
there's
duty.
a spacing on the.
Well, I mean, even if you do a spacing, you're still going to be disrupting it every once in a while. So
Well,
it's just probably a light
That's why
deal.
you gotta be good at it, right?
Oh, so you can like run the rotary hoe, like you can run it between the rows.
Yes.
Well, you just keep the tire in between the rows.
Hold on, give me 1 second, Trent. Hold on.
He's watching a YouTube video.
Tony,
right
you
now.
used our rotary hoe at the farm. Trent's just using a bigger thing. Same deal.
Yeah, I'm just 20 feet instead of like what you use at
Like
Johnny's
3.
farm.
I didn't
Yeah.
real. I thought they were closer together. I had a Google image. Hold on. I thought it was closer together than that on spacing. I didn't realize you
No.
could actually like row a standing crop with that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
To a
I'm
point,
no longer
right?
I'm no longer confused.
I mean, it's pretty much Tony like the one that we have in farm sim. Just
Yeah.
one less
we're
wheel.
talking IRL right now, for the most part, as we play tractors and farm sim. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then whenever you can't rotor hoe it anymore, then you'll start with. Do you guys cultivate it?
Yeah. Once we can't rotary hoe it anymore, then we wait for it to cover the rows, and then probably a
Canopy.
week or two later, then we start cultivating.
Gotcha.
And then we'll stop cultivating whenever it gets like above or right at bar height.
Kimmy is done adventuring. Wow. Okay. Must have been some
That-
adventure. You get back and now you're done.
Okay, we don't ever grow organic corn, so I don't really know how often do you have to cultivate? Like once a week, once a month? What's the deal?
Cultivate?
Yeah, we have never done that. I mean,
You
how many
probably
times
only
you gotta
cultivate like
do
once,
it?
right?
Well, that's why I was wondering if you do it once when it's little and then once when it's big, or what.
I think we'll cultivate maybe 4 times, 6 times.
Oh my
dear
gosh,
God.
that's oof.
I bet
That's
the
a lot.
people you get diesel fuel from just love you.
It must be making a pretty good premium. I mean, that's what I would assume if you're cultivating 6 times, because that's a lot of effort, you know. That
That's
would
a
just
lot
be
of
my
something.
assumption. You're making pretty good profit off of organic corn if you're cultivating that many times.
I would hope so, yeah. I would hope so. You know, Tony, back in the day, you could have had a free cultivator from Grandpa's farm auction, you know?
Oh yeah, it didn't sell.
No, it sold. The guy paid for it.
You just
He never
picked it
came
up?
back and picked it up.
And something funny, had the same experience. Still have this. We have 2 silos that are at our farm.
Okay.
And so when they sold all the stuff from the cows, there was a guy that bought both unloaders from our silos.
Okay.
He took one of them apart, took everything out of the one, and decided it was too difficult and left the other one still in our silo.
Wow.
He decided it was too big of a pain to take the other one apart. So,
That cultivator of ours, that thing sat around forever, and finally, Dad and I, we literally got wrenches and we took it apart, every nut and bolt. And most of it got scrapped. There's still a few pieces of it around, Tony. I'll show you one tomorrow if I see one. I think there's one in the wall. When you walk in the shed on your left, there's a piece there. Actually, we have cheater pipes you put on wrenches. Those are out of the cultivator too. It was
Was
a
that
4-row.
was it set up for wide rows or was
Oh,
it
yeah.
on 30s?
38-inch, probably
36.
36. Yeah. That was
Yeah,
how they
Grandpa never
supplied
went to
corn.
30s.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine just like take your dad for example, or like my dad. You know, like
Yeah.
my dad is 60. All right, like so like He
Hold
grew-
on. I'm not his dad, for the record.
so
Yeah,
like
you're
he,
only
Oh, I hope
42.
you're not 60.
I'm not that old.
so like he grew up and like at one point like the 1066 and the 4440 was like that was like the big horse on the farm.
Yeah,
Like
you were
that
the-
was the tractor.
Yeah.
Like it just was been crazy like just to see like the changes like they've seen like
Oh yeah.
and even like going farther back than them like oh who needs if you can't farm with a team of horses if you need a tractor to farm you don't need to be farming just
It's
like
I'll have to
How
send
much-
you some links, or I don't know if you've ever watched like the 1940s, late 1940s, so like right after World War II, right?
Uh-huh.
Like all the companies had them, but they all had these. I almost want to call them propaganda because that's kind of what they were, but they were advertisements for John Deere, for Case, for Alice Chalmers, whoever. But they sounded like war propaganda films. They all used like the same announcer and the same music, and and oh, you don't have to feed this machine like you do your horses, and it's hilarious. Honestly, hilarious. It's worth a watch. There's a bunch of them on YouTube.
It's just
They're so
crazy to think of like the changes, like even
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen that much, but like from when my grandpa was farming,
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
like every farm you farm, every farm that you like farm, you put the grain in that, the bin on that farm.
Yeah.
Now
true.
we can sort the grain for landlords through an iPad on a grain cart. It's crazy.
The film guys needed the work. That's true, Summers. Yeah, true. But they're all they're funny to listen to. They're really funny. When I bought the Alice B, I went and watched a bunch of the Alice Chalmer ones. And they show just like tractor after tractor after tractor driving out of a factory, or there's one where there's a whole bunch of Alice Chalmer or Gleaner combines rolling out of this factory on the back of these like pickup trucks, like on the back of these like, I don't know, 1 ton, half-ton trucks, whatever they were.
That was how they used to do custom farming. They loaded them up on the back of a pickup truck.
I wonder if those are missed like plow marks, or I don't know what those are. I'm leaving skippers like crazy. I can't.
Oh, lower your 3-point.
Oh, hey,
Or
you know what? Forehead.
Yes, 5 head.
We don't have any extra front weights, but we don't need to run the weeder because we plowed all this. I just thought of that. We bought the weeder. We don't need it right now.
You'll still have to plow, don't you?
No.
Or not plow, or
because
weed?
we plowed, there won't be any weeds the next crop you grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll never need it for a while because we're gonna keep planting corn.
If we keep planting corn, yeah, we don't need it. So, never mind on the weeder. Oh boy, it happens.
Like I wasn't around for this either, but like, could you imagine, like, everyone had like their farm down there, like, you guys had 180 or could you imagine like you're down there and you see like the first guy with a cab tractor that's factory, like that's not like on there, like it's meant to be on there, like that guy's really doing something with a cab.
My grandpa was the first one with a 2-row mounted corn picker on a tractor.
And that guy,
and everybody told him he was crazy. You're never going to pay for it. And then he turned around and laughed in their faces, basically, because all of them hired him to go to their fields and open them up and harvest through once in a while and take off end rows and that kind of stuff. So they didn't have to run down their corn because they were all using like the tow behinds, right? So he paid for that combine the first year, paid for the combine attachment on probably an international tractor, like I don't know what, but he paid for that the first year just in what he made in custom work. So obviously he was winning.
Another worst part, like you just talked about, 180 acre farm.
Yep.
Can't make enough money to be able to farm off of
not to make
480
money,
acres, so that's the worst part.
Yeah.
I've quite a bit like in the cab. I won't go into too much detail, but like Tony Reed, like the growing corn guy on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say about him. But him and another farmer have a podcast together, and I listen to that quite a bit. And like it's called Straightforward Farming. So like they veer off quite a bit, but like they talk about farming every once in a while, and just
every once in a while.
Like listen to them talk about it, and like even my dad too. Like.
Oh, you get my dad talking about it tomorrow. He'll tell you stories from when he was a kid and stuff.
Or like it's crazy to think like back in the day after you cut wheat, you had to plow it, and then you had to disc it, then you had had to coal pack it, and then you could plant beans. Well, goodness gracious, you know, any bit of moisture has been gone for 2 weeks now.
Right.
Or it's like,
he'll tell you stories of working for a guy around the corner and plowing in the winter when it was so cold, and you had to get off the tractor once in a while and put your hands up to the exhaust manifold to warm them up. Couldn't feel your hands, you know.
or like,
Yeah.
you know, way back in the day, like, you know, say everyone had like, how do I say this? Like when they didn't have combines, but like, you know, like a threshing, like the
Yeah.
one guy would have the thresher and like, okay, we go to Hunter's farm today, and then we go to, you know, Trent's
Sure.
the next day.
Yeah, because not
Like-
everybody had their own threshing machine.
There was a lot more of a sense of community, I feel like, back then.
Oh, sure. Yeah, now your neighbor breaks down, and you're just like, huh, tough.
Now it's like, I'll cut my neighbor's rent. You know, I'll give him 10 more bucks an acre to farm that
Yeah.
80.
Exactly.
But when I meet him at the coffee shop, you know, I'll buy him a coffee because I'm a nice guy. You know.
That sounds like somebody we know of. I don't know him,
Actually, when I was down there spreading, he drove by in a sprayer. Actually,
but super nice guy.
so you know the nickname he's got.
Yeah.
So the one I've been telling, like, we talk about at work sometimes, like that
Oh,
nickname
okay.
gets brought up, and I told the tender driver, I was like, you know, the guy, like, you know, me and the other guy talk about that's called that. He's like, yeah, well, that was him that just drove by. I think I waved. He went back. I
Wow.
think. I don't remember.
Kill him with kindness, Tony. Kill him with kindness. I don't know. He used to live on our farm. He rented our farm, the house and stuff. Technically just the house. That's all he rented. He didn't rent the buildings or anything. Actually, that rotary hoe that we have, that was his. He left it. Then he moved out. And we still get that one Christmas card for him, and he hasn't lived on our farm since 1995.
No kidding.
Yeah. We get a Christmas card almost every year for him and his wife since 1995, and we just always just take it and put it in his mailbox and drive away. It's like some good friend. You don't even know where they live. Yeah.
I'm gonna go switch laundry. I'll be right back.
Okay. You finally got Farm Sim 25, but you can't activate auto steering. Are you stupid? Yes. I mean, wait, that's not the answer
I
I'm
didn't
supposed to
say
say.
it.
All right, so to set up your auto steer, the first thing you're gonna do, it works best if you're in a field. Okay. You're not stupid, by the way. That was a dumb joke. All right. Nobody's stupid. Just you don't know how to do it. It doesn't make you stupid. You're gonna hold down your H button or whatever it is for you to hire a worker. Some people change that button. Some people are on console control or whatever. And it's gonna pop up to the AI worker tab. If you want to just use GPS, go over to the steering assist. And most of the time you can leave all the settings the same. If you want to change them, you can, but you don't have to. Hit OK. And you should see a bunch of lines. And then to activate the steering, you're going to tap H or whatever button it is for you to hire a worker. And then hit your cruise control or hold W or whatever and drive. Doesn't make you stupid for not knowing, for the record. But it's kind of a whole deal to make it work. So, yeah, kind of a whole deal. So that's how you do that. And you're not the first person to ask how to get the GPS to work. So, not at all.
Hunter.
Is there?
I was talking about the rotary hoeing and cultivating.
Yeah.
That also kind of depends on how much it rains.
Yeah.
If it doesn't rain, we won't rotary hoe and cultivate
Right.
much.
Yeah. You get to cultivate more because the weed pressure shows up more if it rains more. You know. I mean, I've never rotary hoed before, so I don't know nothing about that. But
Used the old download. Yeah. It's very different from the old guidance steering. Yeah. Sometimes we use a rotary hoe when we plant our rye. We'll rotary hoe it in just to kind of stir up the top layer a little bit, you know. We've done that before. We've also used a harrow once. that did something. It kind of worked.
Yeah, there's another guy that's near us that has a 60-foot arrow.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And
It's
it
one of
worked
them
out
big
to
like
2L
chain
for him.
ones, right?
I don't know, it was tine.
Oh wow.
3-point.
A 60 footer? Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a big guy.
That's a lot. Ours is like 11 feet, 10 feet. I don't know what it is.
It's that brand that starts with the knee. It's not the Elmer, it's in the Weir category.
Okay.
It's that kind of brand, I think.
Can you unload to a lime station or empty somewhere? You should be able just to empty into like totes. That's fine, or bags or pallets or whatever you got.
You want to say bags again?
Oh, beaks.
Bag.
Liam, what's going on? Welcome in. Remember, chat, we're not making fun of anybody besides our buddy Farmer Nick. Okay?
That doesn't show up that much.
Well, he's busy being like a dad and stuff, man. And working and, you know, being a dad and...
Hey, your fertilizer's about to run out because mine is about ran out right now.
I got 32% still.
I planted more than you in that first field then.
I wonder if it's because you're going round and round and like you're not having to lift and turn, you know, as much.
I can't get this to open on this tractor again.
Going for max yield. Now we're just planting. Hunter, if you want, I'll be up there after this pass. I guess it doesn't let the open on that tractor. I'll fill this one up and then I'll just switch it. You can just have it. How about that? So you don't leave it. I'll go grab seed too. I got 30% fertilizer, 32% seed, which is 100 liters of seed, 106 to be exact. But yeah, it's probably on the turning.
See, I only have 87 liters of corn seed left.
You've planted more ground because when you're going around in circles, you're not stopping, right?
What can I say? I'm more efficient.
Are you lifting at the end of your passes?
Yeah, I'm lifting at the end of my passes.
But how are you using more fertilizer than John? Because John doesn't pick up.
Because he's going
at the
around.
end.
No, I'm lifting. Are we playing checkers? No. Guys, what's up? We're just, you know, farming. That's all. We got 2 of us out here, so it just makes sense to do skippers. Hello. We're doing this again, huh?
Get in my way.
You're in my way. Just remember, it's my way or the highway, dog. Because it's my way. Think the field checkers, you think it'd be cool? I'm good. Wherever you need to unload, Box is fine. You can unload anywhere. It doesn't matter. You can always move them with the trailer or whatever. It's all good. Oh, autosave. Hello. Hello.
I felt it.
Yeah, you know, there was an update a while back where they said that they were making like autosaves better. And ever since then, autosaves hurt bad. It also could partially be because of the Minecraft server that's running on the same PC. Maybe just a little bit. But I don't know. I think it's since that update. So yeah. Hey, this trailer is pretty sweet for this. And it was on sale. So like win-win, you know? Wait. Hello. Put him in the bunker. That's fine. I did see that Farm Sim's on sale, by the way. Yeah. I did see there was a little, what, 20% off or something. So that's good. So you might as well pick it up, right? You have an issue. That's not good. What's up? A lot of time. I got you. So Hunter's doing the end rows, and then it's. So I was whipping a dirt bike through my neighborhood. It's kind of annoying for me to turn that tight. That's why I'm leaving skippers. And then, like, when Hunter gets done going around the field, he's jumping on the skip passes, and then, like, I'll go to the right here, and then I'll come back across the field. So we're on GPS, so it doesn't matter what we're doing, you know?
Trust us. We're professionals.
One of us is a farmer in real life.
You just told him you plant rye.
It's not. I never harvest a crop, though. Not of rye, anyway.
How thick your rye crop usually is, you can probably get like a whole bushel or two.
It all goes down.
You call up your guy that combines your guys' ground and be like,
Yeah.
hey, can you bring your platform out here and pick this up real quick?
He would make one pass and he'd be done. Not even a round, just a pass.
Hey, that's what happens when you have 50-foot grain head.
No, they only run 35s. They have 2 combines now. Or they have for a few years. Both of them 35 footers. And they only run those pretty much on beans together. I thought they were going to run 2 on wheat, but they don't do that. How many acres do we have on the farm? Are you talking IRL or farm sim? There is a difference. A little.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh my gosh.
IRL. So Dad owns 5 acres of the 180 acres that he grew up on. Unfortunately, when my grandpa passed away, we weren't really able to keep more land at the time, so we were able to keep 5. That has all the buildings. It had that old house that Dad grew up in, and like all that kind of stuff. So it was cool, and that's what we call the farm. We've got, we grow about an acre or so of pumpkins every year. That's pretty much all we grow. We have asparagus right now, but that doesn't count. So, yeah.
It's a crop.
Yeah. 30 CRP, gotcha. But yeah, so I don't consider myself a farmer. Dad's not a farmer. We garden. So. No, we're good. We should be good on for it to finish the field. Yeah, we'll be good. We will be good. We used to grow all kinds of, corn and strawberries and potatoes, tomatoes, greens, and beans, and, all that stuff. We had so much. We used to have a huge garden. We used to have like a garden, like probably 3/4 of an acre of just like, all that kind of stuff, which was, that was enough, it was a lot of work, but we don't do that anymore. We just do the pumpkins basically. So yeah, it's a good time.
That wagon is very slow, yes. He's over here filling up out of it.
Oh yeah, I know it's
slow.
It is horrendously slow, yes. But for filling these little cedars, it's perfect.
Yeah, I don't want to do what he's trying to do. He'll be sitting there 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's like filling the propane at the buy point. It's terrible. Yeah, so the little bit of ground that, besides like the grass in the farm, or like the grass in our pumpkin, the places we grow the pumpkins and the buildings and stuff, There's a couple acres that the guy that bought the farm basically rents. Technically his son does, but it's whatever. It's a whole deal. So they grow, you know, some corn and beans. Last year they had wheat and late beans out there. And this year it's all planted in corn. And they stayed like 4 miles away, so I'll have extra, like, I was gonna say grass to mow this summer, but it'll be more like weeds to mow this summer along the cornfield, which is fine. Not a huge deal. He did kill a bunch of our rye. Wait till you see that tomorrow, Tony.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I guess when Buddy was trying to like spray along the lane, he backed into the rye field and he wasn't square to the rye field.
Oh.
And basically half a sprayer boom was like sticking out in the field. So yeah. It was not good. So that'll be fun to fight all summer when there's just a huge bare spot out in our pumpkin patch. So we'll be fighting weeds.
At least the chemistry worked like it was supposed to.
Oh, it killed. Well, here's the thing, though. That's weird. They didn't really kill any volunteer wheat that was in that field, and they didn't kill any of that cheat. But they killed our rye like crazy. So...
He probably sprayed burn down. That's probably what he was spraying, and it probably killed the crap out of it.
yeah, but it should kill wheat.
Hunter.
You know what cheat is, right?
I don't think I ever heard of that.
Cheat is like, it's almost like wheat. Right?
Hunter, you silly goose. There's no such thing as burned out down there. We worked the ground 72 times.
Well, some guys do.
But yes, they spray it before they plant it.
Yeah.
No till, never heard of her. There's one person that no tills down there.
Last year on that field behind the farm, they only worked it. I think they VT'd it one time, and you can still row the soybeans from last year. So they did a minimal till. How about that? But yeah, there's only one person that does like cover crops here.
But yeah, like they'll spray it before they.
Yeah, they
knock the weeds back.
Yeah.
So yes, I was kind of being a smart aleck, but I get where you're going, Hunter.
And then I think there's only one guy that does like true like no till. Maybe two guys. Because like yeah, no, everybody. And then you got the guys across the highway from your farm, Zach. And they worked there like 945 times. Or the other guys back towards town, you know who I'm talking about. They dissed all their ground like 6 times last year. No joke. They were working ground in like December still.
Hey man, gotta get her done.
It was
seems awful late to work ground though.
When you work, they farm a decent amount. And when you work it all like 14 times, you know, it takes a while. So, I don't know. Now, I will say
the same guys will like pound or make the dirt like dust.
If they're working the ground 14 times, I know that's excessive, but if they're working the ground that much, it's going to be dust, yeah.
Those guys don't have too many issues with ground blowing. It's the guys across from Zach's like family's main farm. They have nothing but the dust blows so bad off that land.
In fairness, when you farm into a big sandbox, it's hard for it not to blow.
Well, true. But yeah, the other guys farm better dirt, so it doesn't really... I mean, it'll blow a little bit, but not like down yonder on that sandier ground.
I feel like the really two options we got here, it's either really sandy or like it's going to hold water. There's really not.
Basically, there's not much in between.
We have clay.
Ugh.
We don't have topsoil.
Yeah, we just have really good growing dirt over here.
Yeah.
Must be nice, Trent.
Yeah, must be nice.
We have good dirt.
We got tile.
We've got some good dirt here. We don't have tile because everything's so flat.
We do get good dirt.
Yeah.
If you don't have tile, there's a ditch not too far away. You can just dig yourself a ditch.
the backfield of the farm, that's like those guys, that's their best field every year. So I mean, it's good dirt.
I think one of our farms got some tile in it. Not like mom and dad's farm, but
Yeah, there should be nowhere to drain that farm.
well,
Yes,
half
I
mom
think
and
all of our ground, it's all tiled, I think.
Wow. You would have to build lift stations here to tile. And like
Half-
and like dams to keep it out of
yeah, where are you gonna drain it to? The road ditch that's a foot deep.
Yeah.
So, I guess you guys have drainage or no drainage. It's just flat. Do you guys know what a power ditcher is?
Yeah, there's guys that run ditchers here,
You
sure.
guys have ditchers. All right.
Oh yeah.
There's
Trent
some
probably
guys
doesn't
that
know what a ditcher is.
there's some guys that go excessive on ditching.
Huh?
Some of them guys they got them like it's not like a PTO ditcher. It's like I don't know
The
how to
big-
describe it.
The big toe behind ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So
Ivory
you go,
has.
so you go like
Yeah.
like an hour away from me in any direction. They scratch their head when you say something about a ditcher. Like they don't know what you're talking about. It's crazy. If you don't have a
Like-
ditcher here, you're not gonna grow a crop.
Kind of like around me, there's no ditchers, but we do tile.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So you don't do any ditches, Trent?
Not really.
Oh,
You
They
don't
have
need to
in-ground
ditch if you-
drainage. They don't need it.
Yeah, if you
ditcher.
tile, you don't need ditches.
Yeah,
I guess
we
that's
just
a good thought.
everybody tiles around here.
If you
I
try
was-
to put tile in the ground here, the water wouldn't make it through all the clay to get to the tile.
Yeah,
I was
that's also
listening to
another thing
one
we
of-
don't have this clay.
I was listening to one of Growing Corn's podcasts. They're talking about like rocks in a field, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we hardly ever find rocks." And they went to like a tractor pull or something, and I guess the guy's like, "What do you mean you found rocks?" Like, well, who put them there? He's like, God, like,
The only time there's rocks around here is where there used to be homesteads. There's not just a ton of rocks around here, at least down by the farm. Now, where you work, that might be a different story, but
yeah, it's kind of now we're getting into hunter's territory up there.
yeah. Yeah, down by the farm, there's only rocks where there used to be homesteads. That's pretty much it.
You don't want to run a deep ripper in some spots around here. You're gonna be pulled up some rocks. Let me tell you.
Oh, I'm sure.
I pulled up a rock the size of a Mini Cooper one year.
Sheer bolts left and right.
Let me tell you, it was a good one.
Who did somebody on TikTok was out doing anhydrous this spring, and in one spot they sheared like 7 bolts in their anhydrous bar.
That'd be enough to make a grown man cry.
That's a problem, you know. That is a problem. I forget who that was. It's one of them TikTok farmers. I don't know.
So I'm hoping I'm not the only one that's seen this. Anybody else seeing the Gavin Spores redoing that 7,000 point player?
Yeah, and he had to break out.
Thing,
The,
thing's freaking sweet. Like,
yeah, and then he
that's
had to
gonna be his
break
point
out
player.
the cutting torch.
Yeah, he had to do some adapting.
I
Not
did
only
see
that, he had to break it down all the way down to the barn just to get it inside the building.
Yeah. That was kind of funny. All right. I have not taken my break, Adam. I probably should. I didn't realize what time it was till right now. I just looked at the clock right as you said that too.
5 minutes will be done planting this field.
You know, Hunter, there's this magical thing.
Called be quiet and go to work.
Oh,
No,
Tony.
no. I can just hit the H button. He'll dance around a little bit, but he will do the work.
So you're gonna fill back in all these spots that you left?
He'll work on it, yeah. I mean, he might leave some skippers. Or I could give this to Tony, I guess, too. Actually, Tony, you want this because it's leaving skippers like crazy.
Sure.
All right, hang on. Let me. Go on
AI
top
worker
the-
has no problems. It's perfect. It doesn't have any issues at all ever.
Hold on, we got to go back on top of the grain bed. Apparently, that's my AFK spot in this game or in this map. The animation of climbing the stairs is so smooth.
What? I can't. What?
You can't think watching that, can you?
Hold on.
I feel like I'm riding on a road in Illinois.
Yeah, we're not gonna fix the road. We're gonna put money up to put a sign that says, "Hey, for the next 20 miles on this highway, just be prepared. It's a rough road."
Right. Oh man. All right. I'll be right back, boys.
All right.
All right, chat. I'm gonna take a 6 o'clock break, much needed little break. I will be back in a minute, and I guess when we get back, we will be probably fast timing and try to get this corn so we can harvest it and make some cash or something. Probably get a second combine too.